What is up? Coming to you live from the Cat House in Montebello, California. It is time for Dre's Geek Philosophy Podcast, the Monday edition, the August 31st edition, episode 189. And yep, we're coming to you very calm tone again because the baby is sleeping relatively, I think. I believe the baby's asleep. Uh, I am not going to pick up the microphone because that led us to lots of audio problems last week where I had to find a way to record the audio from Facebook so I could post it as an audio podcast. We still post this as an audio podcast, or at least we attempt to. Let me see if this will work. Let's see if we're able to add Jai T-Paul if he's willing or able to join us on the podcast here live. It's been a rough week. Oh yes, awesome.
You totally caught me in the middle of dinner, dude. I'm like, well, not in the middle, but I'm like totally cooking right now.
Oh, you are cooking? Well, now you're cooking.
It's all good.
What's up, brother? I hope this other
Not much,
I'm glad I was able to get you on here because it is. I have to say it's been a very rough week for not just the nerds, but for Black nerds in particular. It's been the rough weeks, and I'm glad I'm able to get a representative here to speak truth to power, if you know what I mean.
I will, as always, be your Black representative.
Yeah, our Black correspondent, Jai Polidor, is on the podcast right now. Facebook has finally allowed me to do this wonderful thing where I can bring somebody on. Unbeknownst to him, I wasn't sure it would work because we've tried this several times and it hasn't before. So yeah, obviously the biggest thing happened. Well, last week, up until last Friday, the biggest thing was all the craziness that's going down with Black people getting shot for no damn reason again, and then an even bigger crushing blow came from Chadwick Boseman suddenly out of the blue, so to speak. We didn't know. Nobody knew that he kept it under wraps that he had stage 3 and then developed into stage 4 colon cancer.
And here's the crazy thing. It wasn't even just that he kept it under wraps. Anybody who knew, like no one knew. It was just like, oh, by the way, I've had this for 4 years. Huh?
That's respect to like his team and honestly, I'm shocked that nobody at Disney, if they knew about it, nobody over there leaked it out because I know.
Yeah.
I never really noticed until people really made a big deal. Oh, he was looking really like tired and gaunt and really skinny, and I was just like, no, man, he's Black. I mean, you've been skinny forever. I don't assume that you have some ailment that's causing you to stay skinny. But yeah, but a lot of people would give him. Remember, like, it was early on Wakanda Forever, and later on you see him, he's like very tired, and like there'd be memes like, oh, Wakanda for now. But a lot of people give him crap, and we don't know what someone's struggle is. We have no idea that he was dealing with something.
Oh. It was wild, man. No one saw it coming, but I mean,
no one knew.
Death is one of those weird things where even if you do see it coming, you still don't see it coming. Mm-hmm. So, for Chadwick, who had been dealing with this for 4 years, and colon cancer, that's not something you beat. That's...
No. As I was hearing about it, it's not something you notice until it's really bad.
Yeah.
Like when that starts, when you start noticing, oh wow, it really hurts down there, and you're already like in stage 3 or stage 4. You're already unfortunately beyond saving, so to speak. It just and the thing that I have to say, I was just surprised or I have to say like impressed. He did 7 movies over the course of the past 4 years. Wow. He did 4 Marvel movies. He did that Spike Lee movie, The Five Bloods, and 2 others that I can't recall off the top of my head.
Well, because
Yeah,
wasn't one of them Thurgood,
Marshall.
and
That's
if
right.
not
Yeah.
42 also?
Oh, 42 was before.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I remember that's it was 42 and Get On Up. That's where I first learned of him. I remember after he had got cast, or either just before he got cast. It was that year I was doing that crazy movie challenge where I was watching 300
Ah,
movies. I watched both 42 and Get On Up, and I was like, whoa, he's really good. Because I kept wondering, oh man, they picked this guy. Oh my god, I felt like he was unknown at the time. But then those performances came out. I'm like, oh, okay, he's really good. I thought
yeah,
he was tremendous in 42 and in Get On Up. And of course, he was a phenomenal T'Challa. Just
yeah. He, as far as I'm concerned, Chadwick Boseman, whoops, Chadwick Boseman is T'Challa, what Wesley is to Blade, what Christopher Reeve is to Superman.
right.
I mean,
And someone in the Facebook chat here asked, "Oh, who did recast him?" I don't know if you recast. I mean, obviously they've done it before. They have unfortunately replaced one token black guy with another token black guy when they fired what's his face when they fired Terrence Howard and they brought in Don Cheadle. So it's like it's not above them to replace someone, but I really feel like they can't.
and of course, the populace is already, stick with the storyline and make Shuri the next Black
Yeah,
Panther.
because that's what happened at various points in the comic book in the last few years, where T'Challa was left the throne and Shuri became the new Black Panther, protecting Wakanda, where T'Challa moved on to do superheroing around the world.
Which I'm totally on board with because more of Shuri is a good thing.
I'm telling you, she is my favorite Disney princess. That literally, not like when I walked out of Black Panther, I'm like, that's the best Disney princess right there.
Hey, she had me at what are those? That's all I'm saying.
What are those? Yeah, that was so good. But it's just been, yeah, this whole, yeah, I've been feeling for all my brothers, all my black bros. It's just been this has been a week for y'all. It's just
I tell you, man.
all my
What
brothers and sisters, I should say.
I think what bothers me the most, um, and going on to, all the crazy shit that's been going on in Wisconsin,
Right.
is kind of like what you said when you said something about along the lines of why people keep feeling the need to excuse the shooting of innocent people.
Yeah, I mentioned
Like,
that on one of your Facebook posts.
and that's what that is bothering, and it is disconcerting. Because at what point
It
do you
causes me
say,
all kinds
okay,
of
you
grief.
know what? Yeah. At what point do you tell yourself, hey, dude, this behavior is wrong, and you need to pull your head out of your ass and change things? You know, um, that cop uh, who shot Mr. Blake 7 times in the back. It's out of all the videos that we have seen over since Rodney King. Okay, out of all the videos we've seen since Rodney King,
Mm-hmm.
why is all of a sudden this one guy unable to even attempt to restrain the guy? And when he does attempt to restrain the guy, he does so by pulling on his shirt, which we all know
While
doesn't work.
holding, yeah, while holding the gun,
Yeah,
he's
while
already holding the
holding.
gun in his hand. He's trying to restrain the guy with one arm.
Like,
What
really,
kind
my
of
dude?
training? It's insane.
It's poor training. It's poor training all around. And those are the kind of things that when people are like, okay, well, we need to defund the police. And of course, people get scared when they hear stuff like that because you think defund and you're automatically thinking, okay, well, the police aren't going to get the money and the resources that they need. And that's not the case,
No, that's not the case.
you know?
They're getting resources that they don't necessarily need. I mean, I don't see the need for 15 SUVs in one freaking police force. Like, there's been so many examples you'll see all over social media of like the excess that they have, where like a lot
Yeah.
of these other social programs which could prevent crime by stopping it at the source are constantly
Yes.
funded all the time. Like, oh, well, what are you gonna do when the maniac is attacking people? I'm like, well, if we paid the social worker to do her job, then that maniac would be not on the streets and getting mental health
Yes.
needs.
Yes.
That's like all these straw man arguments that all these, you know, conservative people make about, oh no, we need our police state. I'm like, the police was made in the past specifically to freaking support the KKK. I mean, that's like the stuff I've been hearing. No, it's not.
It's
To enforce the rules for white people.
you're hearing those things because those things are true.
Yeah.
But that's a conversation that unfortunately lots of people are not ready to have.
They're not ready to have that conversation.
You know, and I'm gonna be white for a brief moment, and I'm gonna say, you know, as a person who has lots of white friends, a lot of them I've heard say, it's like, hey man, my white privilege hasn't benefited me any. Okay, look,
No,
it has.
They don't know. They can't see how it's benefited them because they don't understand the struggle. It's insane how people like they don't know. They can, you have several Facebook friends who comment on your things, or people who we are mutual Facebook friends who post ignorant ass shit. And like I've told you, well, I mean, you reminded me of the past. Like, I always tell you, don't get into arguments with stupid people because you cannot win. And the entire internet is just argument with stupid people now, and it's just. I had to explain the John Gabriel internet dickwad theory to Rosa the other day. I'm like, oh, I had a shirt. It was really awesome. It's like, you give a normal person anonymity and an audience, and they turn into a total fuckhead. And that's what social media has done to a giant extent, and has clearly affected society now. Now that we've had Twitter and Facebook going on over 10 years now.
And the cold part is, it's not even just removing or giving them an audience. You're removing consequences. It's like, dude, like you and I, we grew up in the arcade. You could only talk so much smack to somebody before you got punched in the face. I mean, I couldn't just say. I mean, do you know how many fights I got into because I whooped somebody's ass in Street Fighter? Now you can say whatever you want to somebody's mama, and nothing's gonna happen to you.
Yeah, there was no repercussions for the word. There's no repercussions for words nowadays. Where before
None.
there used to be repercussions.
And we need to go back to that.
I don't know how many years ago. Like, it was like I always check my Facebook history.
I love it.
I check it every day because it's my backup memory. And literally, I think it was either yesterday or today. Like I posted up something like, oh, I used to rage quit back in the days when you had to do it in person.
Yeah.
It's like you had to like walk away from the arcade if you wanted to rage quit. If you're like, nope, I can't beat this motherfucker at Street Fighter.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go now. This dude, I'm not even gonna finish this match because I know I'm overmatched. And there's no, like you just said, there's no consequence for people's words. Words are powerful, and people don't understand that. A lot of people will just say things without understanding the weight that they carry, and then how it affects people. Like, that's like all these people make claims. Oh, all black people have to do is just comply and nothing happens. Like, I've seen plenty of videos where there's a video I just saw reshared where the dude complies and dude comes in and kicks him in the friggin' back of the knee like he's Mick Foley doing sweet shin music, and then the police are just jumping on the dude. He is sitting there, hands behind his neck, trying to comply, and this dude, I'm sure military reject or dude who never got any action in his life, decided, I'm gonna get this N-word, and just kicked him down and like, look, and react, and he's like, what the hell? And then of course, once he goes, what the hell? It's like, he's a threat, and
which is the normal response.
His ass. It's like, what? And then you see another video where like another video has been shared in because of this incident, where you see this white dude ignore a cop, go into his truck, and the cop the cop just stands there. I'm like, dude did the same thing and received absolutely zero lead. It's there is clearly something wrong here, and the fact that people can just willfully ignore it or act like this is normal or this is okay is what pisses me off to no end. I have to like privately get mad as people just explain it away, and they try to like white privilege it away. It doesn't happen to me. I don't understand why they can't just comply. It's not
And
about compliance, it's about freaking control.
Every time I hear the "he just needs to comply" argument, I always bring up the guy who was the charge for the autistic guy, for the autistic kid, who was holding up a toy truck, and the cops were originally called because he was quote unquote waving a gun around, and his ward was like, okay, well, hey, don't shoot. He's autistic or whatever it was. I want to say autistic, but so we'll go with that. And the cops are like, okay, well, get down on the ground. The guy got down on the ground, is sitting, hands in the air, unarmed, and the cops shoot him. And when when he was questioned, he was like, okay, well, he told you what he was doing. He told you why he was there. He was unarmed. His hands were in the air. He was compliant. Why did you shoot him? And the cop's excuse was, and I shit you not, I don't know.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he was black.
And that's the thing.
Need to pull the trigger on that.
He was black. The guy who got shot was black. So you mean to tell me, do you know what would happen if I went to my job, fucked up that royally, and was like, I don't know. I don't know.
You'd be fired.
You can't say I don't know there's got to be some underlying reason why you would screw up that big and then just be like, I don't know.
There's no accountability, and that's the horrible part of all this. It's like
makes me wonder why there aren't more women cops. As much accountability as they don't have. Sorry, ladies, that was uncalled for.
Jesus you can't come on the show without getting off at least one of those.
I'm sorry, ladies.
Oh my God.
I love you.
Dre's Geek Philosophy do not condone these comments that Jai Polidor has done. Oh my God. Yeah, you are a maverick, bring on, but still you're still a valuable who can speak eloquently and intelligently, but also vulgarly at the same time.
I'm gonna use that as Facebook status watch. Ow, it hurts.
You know me, I'm all about the putting up the hilarious Facebook statuses. And Rolando right here on Facebook Live he asked us, did we hear about the sheriff in Arkansas who was taped saying the N-word and he was forced to resign? Like, whoa, I'm shocked at that amount of accountability. I was being bothered by the cops who were excusing that white boy who was shooting looters. So like, oh no, he did nothing wrong. If the looters hadn't been out or the protesters hadn't been out, then he wouldn't be shot. Like, you let this kid with an AR-15 walk around. If a black person walked around AR-15, they'd have more lead in them than a.
So by that same,
I couldn't think of a funnier thing.
But by that same train of thought, if he wasn't out armed after curfew,
then no one would get shot.
So the minor who was out after curfew, who's already breaking a law, with a gun that's not his,
which is
who's breaking another law
in Wisconsin, carrying, because he came over from another state. That's a felony in Wisconsin, being a minor carrying a friggin' assault rifle.
And people are like, this guy's the hero.
Yeah, these friggin' sheriffs are excusing it away. It's like, oh, and then there's all these people posting money. They're filling up his GoFundMe for his legal defense.
Dude, his GoFundMe's at $2 million. At last check, his GoFundMe was at $2 million.
That,
like I said, can't think he's a hero.
I would vomit right now, because that just tells there's $2 million worth of racist, ignorant people who are just more than happy to be like, no, we need to help protect this young white man from this terrible liberal justice system. It's like, what? It has nothing.
And that's what prompted
the 50s. Do we still live in two Americas?
Yes, we do. But that's what prompted me to. That's what prompted me to tag you on that post that I made yesterday, because she's the one who said that the Black Lives Matter movement was basically the new KKK. They're just not hanging white people yet. And I'm like, all right, this is, without a shadow of a doubt, the dumbest fucking thing I'm going to hear. And I kid you not, dude, It was 5:50 in the morning. I was like, wow, my day hasn't even started yet. This is the dumbest thing I'm going to hear.
Man, Twitter was wilding over the weekend. I couldn't believe some of the stuff I was seeing over the weekend. Just, it was insane. It, ignorance is so thick right now, and but what troubles me is like I'm not sure how much of these like. There's a lot of Russian bots out there. Like if you go search certain key phrases, you will see all of these people have the exact same sentence, copy pasted all across Twitter. So there's a lot of foreign or Russian bots, so to speak, that have their agendas given to them. And then, but then you have people who are legitimately this dumb and ignorant who say this kind of stuff. Like, I guess friends of ours who are posting ignorant ass shit. And I'm just like, I'm sorry. I mistaked you being cool with us to mean that you weren't crazy racist. Oh, okay. You cool with us because we're the right type of brown or black person.
Yeah.
But if you see a regular ass black person, oh no, please call the police. Please shoot this person now.
Look,
like, whoa. It's just been another wild week, and it doesn't stop.
It's one of those things. This is what I genuinely think is happening. Remember that Louis C.K. bit when he was talking about how great it is to be white, and which is hands down, it's a top 10 bit. Okay, and he's like, you go back to any time in America, and it's great to be white. You go back to the year 2, and it's wonderful to be white. Black people can't do that. It's like anything before 1980, no, thank you. No. I absolutely love that bit because it's hilarious, insightful, and 100% accurate. But then at the end of the bit, he says, but things are great for white people now, but just know that we're going to fall. And when we do, we're going to fall hard. And we deserve it. And it's like, yes, Louis, you are 100% right. When they fall, and right now, I think that's what they're most afraid of.
Yes.
That they're realizing that the transfer of power is coming and that fall is coming, and they are not going to be able to get back what they had. It's like, because power is not going to, the power that they have now was never given. They took everything.
Yeah.
And if you take power, you can't get it. You will hold on to that shit as tightly as you can. But when they fall,
hold tighter, they're losing more and more control of it.
It's going to slip right through their fingers. And once they realize that they don't have that power anymore, what's going to happen is all the people of color and minorities and whatnot are going to be like, you can't have your power back, but we will share the power that we took from you so that equality actually can happen. And that's what's going to happen. White people are not going to be like,
they're not going to accept it.
White privilege, lack of accountability. No, dude, you're not going to be able to have those fallbacks anymore. You're actually going to be like, wow, Negroes are really cool. And you mean to tell me gay and lesbian people can get married and it doesn't have an effect on my life? Yes, you fucking moron. It's been like that for a long time.
It's like they can continue
what about God?
Crazy Midwest bubbles away from all this. I find it so funny that the people who are least affected by this are the most offended by it. Like, what was it? The NBA almost canceled the season last week.
Dude, I so wanted that to happen.
I selfishly wanted that to happen. I really wanted that message to be like, go out like, yo, we ain't your slaves. We're not. Why are we trying to entertain the people that hate us? And of course, you have the typical like sitting in their pickup truck with their Oakleys on as their profile pic. You know what I'm talking about. Going, well, I'm not a fan of the NBA anymore. Like, you never were.
I can neither confirm nor deny that allegation.
You know what I'm talking about. And
I do.
It's insane how these people just will come out of the woodwork and suddenly I'm not a fan. Oh, I'm never going to be a fan. Like, you're never on board. And like,
fuck out of here.
Like, there's a lot of threats of like, a lot of players are going to sit out games. And, I don't know.
I know, Gianna.
Apparently, President Obama I guess he talked to the leaders of the NBA and was like, "No, don't cancel the season." I don't know if Obama was just like, "I want to watch games." I'm sure he had much more altruistic reasons to try to convince the NBA to go back and play. But
here's the thing:
It's the only. It's
Because
the
some
only
people,
power. That's the only power that some people have. Like, oh, we need to take something away that you like. Oh, we're gonna take away sports. It's like, oh, wait a minute, slaves. I mean, athletes. I sent you that meme. You saw that meme I sent you.
I have yet to post that because I just haven't done it yet. But don't think that I'm not going to.
Oh, I know you will.
But that's the thing. Like, because some people are like, okay, well, what if, the coronavirus thing wasn't going on? Would the players still be so bold as to threaten to boycott the rest of the season? Because now you've got butts in the seats. There's a whole lot more money that would have been made. Now ain't nobody making shit. So it's like, if we boycott the season, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But then you've got the players who are sitting here saying, oh, well, or you've got people who are sitting here saying, well, it's funny how the players were all about boycotting the season, and then all of a sudden they were like, well, once their money was being threatened to be taken away, then all of a sudden like, okay, yeah, I guess we better get our black asses back out there. It's
yeah,
like
that actually it was weird. On a small level, it kind of bugged me that kind of gave in. I kind of wanted them to like draw the line, like that one tennis star where she would have won the tournament, but she's like, nope, I'm out, and she did.
Yeah.
I was like, I totally respected that. I was like, yeah, see, she was gonna win that tournament, and she's like, nah, everything's fucked.
Everything's fucking gone. Yeah, don't stick around for that. Like, and that's the whole thing. People right now, those in power are afraid of losing what power that they have, and they're not gonna know how to. They don't know how to share. Yeah. When you've never learned how to share your toys. Wait, say that one more time.
The orange monster that's currently occupying the White House, that's the living embodiment of this fear. He's like, I want to make sure everything stays pure.
I just want 1 week to go by without him saying something profoundly stupid. Just one. Just one fucking week.
Literally physically impossible. It can't even go 24 hours.
I know.
Daniel Wong asks, if we have white friends, can we truth talk white people?
Yes.
Yeah. You don't even need white friends for that.
Especially if any of your white friends have ever said it's okay. I know black people or one of my friends is Asian. If they've ever said some shit like that, you have carte blanche to go ham. HAM.
Okay. Rip on that cracker. Rip on that honky. Give them all on the Karen or Kyle. Just rip on them.
As much as you possibly can. Because contrary to what has been taught, yes, no, you can't be racist against white people. You cannot like white people, which is wrong. But you can't be racist against white people. You can't be racist against the top of the food chain.
Yeah. There's no reverse racism.
It's like, you don't ever see fish be like, man, fucking sharks. If we ever took over this bitch, wrong. That's not going to happen. Okay? Seals are fucked. Just accept the fact that you're prey and call it a day. Seals will never be equal to sharks. That's just how it's fucking going to be. People, on the other hand, are fucking different because we're all the same.
Mm-hmm.
So, you do get a say.
Pisses them off.
Yeah. Ugh. All right, I'm okay.
I know. This has been. I'm so happy that this actually worked. Speaking on this by myself is I mean, as much as I should do it, I would rather prefer to have a voice of a fellow oppressed. My skin's pretty clear. I'm not haven't been nearly as oppressed, but I am also fall under an oppressed class, as Mexicans are frequently.
And as a minority, that's not surprising. But okay, so real quick, this is going to be the last thing I say about him. One, his name is Kyle, which should tell you everything that you need to know about the kid. And I said this on my page because people will use him killing a pedophile as justification for him going out shooting people. Okay.
But he didn't know.
Yeah. It's not like he walked up to dude. Hey man, the amount of conspiracy thinking that your feeble-minded brain has to run through to come up with that shit is fucking mind-boggling. In addition to that, you mean to tell me that, let's say they did coordinate it. At one point in time, he walked up to dude, was like, "Look, dude, I know you like 18 years ago and you plowed some chick," because I've heard that that sex offense case that he has against him, he was 18, she was 17. And apparently, mommy and daddy didn't like that shit and had him arrested, which is fair. That's what mommy and daddy are supposed to do.
Right. They're supposed to protect their kids.
So something like that sticks around on your ass for the, I don't know, the rest of your life.
As if he was touching like little kids. They're trying to trump it up like, oh, hey, look, he did a good thing. It's like, no, like what with the post I kept seeing, like, guilty people don't deserve to get shot. Like we're supposed to have
and
our
let's
day
say,
in court if we're guilty.
Yeah. It's like, are you serious? The mental leaping that you have to do, I'm about to do it again, so warn your listener. The mental leaping you have to do to come to that conclusion is far worse than anything any woman could ever come up with out of all women of all time. I said it. I love you. Like, you can't just leap to that kind of a fucking conclusion.
Giant teapot early. At Gyro, if you want to tweet at him.
Ladies, I know you're going to... Don't act like you... That bitch looking at you. I don't fucking know.
You can find him on Twitter.
I'm just playing, ladies. You know I love you.
And this man has a daughter, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm gonna raise her right. Baby girl, don't jump to conclusions. They're bad.
Don't jump to conclusions. Now, I know we can probably keep beating this horse to death because heaven knows they've been beating us to death.
Real talk.
But we can't end the show without. I can't bring you on and not talk about video games in some way, shape, or form. So something I just read. This was published 8 hours ago. Gaming website Polygon. Ubisoft has confirmed that PlayStation 5 will not be compatible with PS1, PS2, or PS3 games. It will be compatible with the best PS4 games.
Top 100.
Top 100, and then hopefully more after that. But that was a big piece of gaming news. I felt that needed to be mentioned, especially since I have a fellow gamer on the horn here. So how do you feel about this? So this next generation is going to be a very auspicious one as we get to it at some point in the next 6 months.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how they're going to get these PS5s from China to here without too much trouble.
No shit. So here's the thing. Microsoft is selling their system on features, and Sony is selling their system on games.
Right.
Which is what you're supposed to do, because Microsoft doesn't have any games.
I feel it's the reverse in the 360 PS3 era. It's like the PS3
can
do all these
definitely.
It has all these games, and the 360 took PS3's lunch, and then for whatever reason they decided to flip roles, and then they decided to stick with this for the next generation. Xbox didn't realize, oh wow, we should probably go get more games. Whoops.
Yeah. Yeah, and then when your flagship title has to be delayed, the one you were supposed to have for launch gets delayed, dude, just fucking delay the whole system. No one's going to care. It'll still sell out in March when it's ready. It's just...
You caught what I said, like that. Like Microsoft had to because the Halo delay came out first, and then Microsoft had to run out and say, no, we're not delaying the system, because obviously that should have been the move. That should have been like, yeah, it's coming out in March. We're sorry, everyone. It'll be easier to get. Hopefully, the pandemic will be less fucked at that.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we'll be at that point. We're still gonna be fucked, but we'll be theoretically less fucked in March as opposed to November.
Yeah, that would have been so smart. Just why are you going to... And now, like, I was talking to one cat online, and he was saying, well, Microsoft is putting all their money on Game Pass, which is cool. But again, if I'm buying a brand new system, then I'm buying a brand new system so I can play brand new shit. Like, I'm not buying a PS5 so that I can play...
per month so I can have access to certain games that come and go at like the whimsy of Netflix.
Yeah. Like, I want to play the new shit. I don't want to play Final Fantasy VII. I've already played and beaten that game. Bring me part 2, and I want to play the hot version of part 2. I want to play the 4K version of part 2. I don't want the 1080p version.
I'm sure you'll be able to play that in 2025.
Oh my God.
Probably
I'm waiting for you sons of bitches to see Eris die in glorious HD.
You beat part 1, right? You beat remake 1, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't think I think this part 2 is going to be completely different. I think they're going to throw the script out the window and do a different game.
And you know what? I've even heard rumors that they're going to title it 16. I'm like, why would you do that? That makes no sense.
Makes no sense. It's a remake 2, 7 remake part. They've done convoluted titles. Lightning Returns, Final Fantasy 13-3. They're not above it.
Yeah.
They're not above this Final Fantasy Type 0 X1 or whatever the hell that
At all.
They're not above that. No, but no. Square Enix, they're not putting that game out anytime soon. We had to wait how long for Kingdom Hearts 3? Yeah, you're gonna be playing.
Don't get me started on that piece of trash.
You're gonna be playing Final Fantasy Remake Part 2 on your PS6 in 2027. That's when you're playing.
That would not surprise me in the least.
I'm not even saying this as a verified Final Fantasy 7 hater. No, I actually want to play Final Fantasy 7 Remake. I'm worried about the ending of Final Fantasy. I want to play it because it's not Final Fantasy 7.
No, it's not. Like, Gianna watched me play, and she got mad that I beat the game without her.
Final Fantasy 7 Remake.
Final Fantasy 7.
With a Final Fantasy 7 skin. That's what that is.
See, you're trying to get me started on Kingdom Hearts again because you want me to rant. Fuck that game.
You're not excited to play that rhythm game that's coming out this November?
No. Yeah, I got to fix that.
You're not going to play that awesome rhythm game that's coming out? I'm totally going to play that game.
I know you're going to get it because you like rhythm games. You got lost in Luminous, which... Oh.
I love rhythm games.
I have no rhythm, which is why I'm not going to play it.
Rhythm game this fall. I'm like, I don't know what it is, but I'd like to see it.
I'm going to play that game and be like, get stuck on a behemoth and bring it to you so you can beat the game for me.
All right, but one more thing I want to cover before we wrap this up is that you were texting me as we were bathing and feeding my child. Your young man, your son, Noah, got to experience a piece of gaming history today.
Yes.
What's Noah now? 15? He's 15 years old.
He'll be 15 in 4 months, man.
15 in 4 months. He's 14, turning 15, but he is much wise beyond his years. You set him upon his first foray into Resident Evil 4. Arguably, yours and mine, one of our favorite games of all time. And I honestly wish I could have been there, like, if it could have been streamed on Twitch, because I'm sure you relished watching him go into the game. I'm sure the delight, the glee that you probably had watching your son, your mini me. This I want to experience this for 14, 15 years. You got to experience this today. Whenever the PS5 or PS6 remake of Final Fantasy, Resident Evil 4 comes out, that's when I'll get to my young man will play in 2035. But
pretty much. I like how the date keeps getting pushed back.
No, I'm talking about Resident Evil 4, not Final Fantasy 7 remake. I'm talking about PlayStation 6 or 7. Whenever they remake Resident Evil 4 for the 15th time, that's when my son was playing. But your son was playing it right now, right before we jumped on. I was like, ooh. It's like, tell me more. Did he run? And then you told, yes, he ran into the chainsaw maniac. I'm like, yes, that is one of the most. Nothing will feel you more in video games than that first time you run into something you cannot immediately kill. Like, I have weapons. I just got this brand new awesome shotgun. It kills these other villagers so quickly, but I shot this chainsaw man, and his burlap sack, he just winked, and then he chopped me in half.
Even now, he's like, he didn't die. What are you talking about? It was glorious.
So I asked you a question via text, and so your son's first death to the Chainsaw Maniac, was it a full decapitation, or was this the right through the chest?
Oh man, full decap, dude. Worst barber ever. It was
Oh,
just
that's what you meant by worst barber. I had to be like, was that a decapitation joke? I guess
a little off the top,
a little off the
and by
top.
a little I mean the whole head.
There's no like that feeling like you just feel so helpless when that happens, and like the chainsaw dude just whoop, and then they're like, and the game just goes through a few seconds of just like flopping down, and then you're dead.
You are dead. And here's the best part. He had no ammo. He had no life left. He was like in the red. So anything that touched it, a snake would have killed him, to be honest. And so he's surrounded. He had nowhere to go. And it just happened to be the chainsaw maniac to get him.
Like,
And I'm like, quick turn, run.
down and B.
Oh, oh my God. But here's the crazy thing. So Chainsaw Maniac got him the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Second time he goes in, grabs a shotgun, and I see him weaving through the crowd. And instead of going, like what I would do is I'd get the shotgun and I'd hole up in that one little spot by the bed, throw firebombs, grenades, shotguns until everything goes.
Until the bell rings.
Noah didn't have all that.
Oh no.
So all he had was his shotgun. So he goes, grabs his shotgun. I think he had like 10 rounds. Mm-hmm. No, he had 5. One of the other enemies dropped 5 rounds. Ooh. Okay, so he went and hold him.
He's invincible now. He's like, oh look, all these shotgun rounds.
Dude, he went and basically bottlenecked everybody in front of one of the big gates that he couldn't open yet. Mm-hmm. And Chainsaw Maniac just came up, took 3 shotgun blasts to the face before he stayed down. And then, yeah, only 3. I'm like, what the hell?
Well, if you shot him right in the face, I guess that the math does make sense.
Right in the face at point blank range every time.
Even in video game physics, 3 point blasts, the point blank shotgun blast to the face should
theoretically, right? Like,
but the rest of the villagers get him.
Amazingly enough, after he got rid of the Chainsaw Maniac, he killed maybe 1 or 2 more, and then the bell rang, and I'm like, yeah, wait, that was me.
Wait, are you trying to tell me that Noah, your son, got through it on his second try?
Second time. What difficulty are you playing on? He's playing on normal.
That's still impressive. Believe
That's the biggest bunch of bullshit I've ever heard.
It took me 4 months to like refine the skill of 25-year-old Dre to do that.
I know.
My psychotic ass was trying to do it without the shotgun.
Hell no.
I don't know if you give him that pro tip, but like if you don't grab the shotgun, you never face the Chainsaw Maniac. You don't get your first Chainsaw Maniac until after what's his face punches you in the throat after.
Yeah, I neglected to tell him that.
Well, of course you didn't. You wanted to see the Chainsaw Maniac get him, and he did. You got him. He only got him once. I thought he was gonna be stuck on it all night, but no. Apparently, your boy is a prodigy. He is your son, so he is going to be good at video games.
It was funny watching him.
They have better reflexes. Like these old hands, they can't. They don't move as well anymore. It took me
arthritis.
It took me a few months, but then once I found my groove, once I was able to compensate for my slowness,
yeah,
I made it through the game, and I beat it on professional. Oh no, I know I didn't beat it on professional. I was gonna start a professional save file, but I was like, nah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna play Streets of Rage, which I still need to get you your copy of Streets of Rage 4.
Yes.
Not sure how I'm gonna get it to you.
I'll do a curbside pickup and pick it up.
I want you to play that game. It's a good game. Up until last week, I was playing it every week on the podcast.
I've noticed. I've been watching.
I mean,
Been
I've already
watching.
beaten it, but I've already beaten it off the, off the side. But I was just trying. I was doing another playthrough, so
Oh, okay.
specifically for the for the show. But I don't know. You when I start getting a bunch of thumbs down on YouTube, I'm like I'm switching games. I'll go back to it at some point. But I am aghast that your young man did it on the second try. That's usually like how many times back when you and I were working at Rosemead 2257 GameStop when that was on the demo unit. It was only GameStop had. I learned that after I started working at Nintendo. Everyone take your drink. Um, that only GameStop got the M-rated demos. Everywhere else, Toys R Us and Best Buy and Walmart and Target, they only got the up to T. So the only place
Wow.
RE4 was what you call it was GameStop, and I think maybe Circuit City. I'm not 100% sure. I think they because the demo discs. I learned later the white cover when the demo disc had a white cover that was up to T, and then when it had a black cover, rated M. For any rated M games would be on those discs.
I did not know that.
But I sidetracked there. So how many times you and I working at GameStop when that game was in our demo unit, how many people just absolutely failed against
Dude,
Chainsaw Maniac?
how many times did we fail fighting the Chainsaw Maniac? Dude, when I tell you, I remember the first time I beat him, I was out of everything. I mean, I was throwing everything and the kitchen sink at that bastard to kill him. I think I had one shotgun shell left, and I'd used up all my flame grenades. I used up that one I used up all my incendiary grenades,
Mm-hmm.
and I used up my frag grenade. Yeah, I used everything.
You
And
kitchen sink at him.
and here's Noah, 3 shotgun shells,
Like what? How?
cheating. Shut up. Nobody asked you.
You
He's over here, bro. Call of Duty.
bro, Call of Duty.
Your aim is terrible. He's like, my aim is on point. I'm like, dude, I watched you play.
The shotgun gives you that laser pointer, so
Yeah,
oh my lord.
it's
Yeah.
bad.
I'm so when I play friggin' Resident Evil 4 during those playthroughs I did one playthrough regular and then the second playthrough just too loud. Okay, I might be too loud. I'm getting too excited talking about.
Sorry.
I think I woke up my son.
Oh,
Yeah, I gotta go. I'm gonna have to deal with that, but I'm gonna finish my thought here. That's like the speakers. You can probably hear him in the background now.
just a little bit. Little tiger.
Little tiger. Yeah, we have the speakers throughout the house. That way we know when he needs help. But playing through RE4, especially in these playthroughs, I was such a miser with all my freaking items. I would refuse to use I'm killing everything with handgun ammo. I'm only using shotgun ammo on special enemies. If I could snipe people from far away, I was such a freaking I had an abundance of ammo, but then there were certain bosses where they ate up all my ammo. Like the freaking village chief took all of my ammo. I'm like, saved all this ammunition.
Don't get me started on that boss fight.
Yeah, boss fight BS, but we could do a separate podcast about RE4 together very easily, but we shan't not do that tonight. I just wanted to do that. And when I look at I'm 8 minutes over my appointed time. So, Jai, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm glad that this freaking worked, and it made this. The podcasting is always easier with a co-host, and I'm happy that you were able to be here for me tonight.
And shit, man, I'm always happy to be a part of the show. That's what I do.
And I thank you. All right, so you can follow Jai at Jai Rizard. That works on Twitter. Are you on Instagram as well? Do you not peruse?
Twitter and Instagram, you can find me.
Jai Rizard. It's like Charizard, the Pokemon, but with Jai in the front instead of Char.
And a lot less fire, but different type.
Yeah, you spit hot fire. And you can find me as at DreGP Podcast. That works on Twitter, on Instagram, and right here on Facebook. And you can find us on YouTube, Dre's Geek Philosophy Podcast. And you can find me on Patreon if you want to be a patron. I can get some better software so we can do more of these video chats. I've been all my Facebook ads have been like, hey, podcaster, do you want to use this video chat thing? Pay us $17 a month. I'm like,
The
no.
fuck?
I'm trying to struggle with this free one right here in front of me that just listens to everything I say. But all right, thank you again, Josh. We got to wrap this up. I check on my son. Thank you again. We'll see you guys next week, and hopefully maybe I can bring Jai or someone else on if this thing will work. Thank you, Jai. Thanks everyone for who's watching. We'll see you guys next time.
Finger guns, bitches.